Hi, it's great to be here. I'm Mariusz Zabrocki. I'm working for Iwoca. What we are doing, we are removing barriers from small business lending. We are London-based, and I'm saying this because many people here in Poland, they're looking up to London as a fintech center of Europe and as the most innovative place in this area. And we are trying to find out how to replicate some things in Poland, like talent pool, like networking, investing. But one of the things which is not mentioned that often is fintech in London developed so much because banks in UK basically suck, and especially in the small business lending space. Despite quantitative easing, like 10 years of quantitative easing, lending to small businesses in UK is going down quarter after quarter for many years. Corporations are actually getting more and more money. Over the last 2 years, lending to corporates in UK went up by more than 50%. Consumer lending is growing, but as you see in this chart, it's not the case of small business. And it's not like nobody's doing anything about it. The UK also has programs similar to Poland to boost lending to SMEs. Also, Royal Bank of Scotland, which was nationalized during the crisis, had a program where they spent £1 billion on digitizing small business and consumer space. But what was the result? The result is that people are still sending Excels. When you apply for a loan in UK for the first time, you have to fill 3 Excel files with this level of detail. This is actual Excel file from RBS. We were going to different banks. We have many small business founders in our company. And we're going from bank to bank to find out how long does it take to get a loan. And it takes between 2 to 8 weeks. Just arranging a meeting takes on average 3 weeks. When you go to the branch, they tell you, we have the next meeting in January. And of course, there are more steps. There's decision after, so you have to fill the application, then there's decision, which takes also a week or 2, and then of course you have to wait the money another couple of days. And what we did, as Iwoca, we reduced the whole process to a single-digit number of minutes. From starting the application to having money on your account when you're a completely new customer, we managed to do it, we can do it in minutes. Of course, if customer clicks draw down the money. And we did it without negative impact on risk. We are broadly within the budget or better than the budget in terms of our risk. We differentiate risk very well. And our investors are banks, so they really know that our systems are having really great results. But you can ask me, okay, this is UK. What can you do in Poland? Poland has the most innovative banks in the world. Everybody knows Alior Bank, Idea Bank, mBank. That they're the most in ING. They're the most innovative banks in the world. They have great small business products. Why would you even enter Poland? So there are still some things that we can do better. And one of the things, we looked at many dimensions, but I can give you one example of application forms. We looked at the leading players in small business lending in Poland. This is top 3 bank in terms of issuance to small businesses, new issuance to small businesses, and a non-bank player, actually one of the top 3 as well. In the bank, it's 117 fields that you have to fill in when you apply for a loan. In a non-bank player, fintech, so-called fintech, it's 50. Way too long. What we did, we reduced the whole application to 17 fields, and in the partnerships, in the partnership with Pay, we reduced it to ID number and social security number, PESEL, because everything else we could get from PayU or from public databases, of course, after the consent of the customer. And yeah, this is what we basically do, and we have some successes. This is 15,000 customers that we already financed. We gave them almost 40,000 loans for more than £300 million. So we are not a startup actually anymore, but we are targeting the whole Europe, and in Europe you have 20 million small businesses. So we just served 1 in 1,000, so not that impressive if you look at the scale of Europe. And one of the reasons why it's so difficult for us to acquire customers as a fintech company is that this is data for UK, but in every country in the world it will be the same. More than 80% of businesses would go only to their own bank if they look for finance. And even if they look for an alternative provider, they will just look at one. Very, very few customers look at more than 2 lenders. And that's why we decided to build partnerships with banks. And this is the focus of our strategy. Tide is a small business-focused, online-only bank in UK, the most innovative in the space. Actually, I wouldn't say maybe mobile, it's basically mobile bank, because 90% of transactions are actually mobile, so it's more mobile than online bank. And what they do something very similar to very close to our heart. They just want to make sure that small businesses just do what they love and then don't waste time on things like filling applications, like making transfers. So they build the system where in 5 minutes you open the bank account, you have automatic bookkeeping, you have automatic generation of invoices. And what we did together with them is lending. So we are using their data, and we are the provider of loans in the partnership with Tide.
We wanted to give our members access to competitively priced, flexible credit without them ever having to leave the app. And we wanted to give it to them within minutes.
When Tide approached us, we saw a great opportunity in going even further to remove the obstacles that businesses face when they need finance. Integrating with Tide was an opportunity to showcase how Iwoca's open platform would allow partners to provide credit to their customers in a seamless way. Once a business is using Tide, getting approved with Iwoca takes seconds. Here's a jewellery designer who's looking for funding to buy some new equipment. They log into their account and fill in a few simple fields. We're making use of all the data Tide has already collected, including the ID scan and selfie, so they don't need to fill in a cumbersome form or upload documents. In the background, we're running dozens of checks and passing it through a sophisticated scorecard. This process would literally take weeks of manual review with a bank. With Iwoca, it's seconds. And that's it. The business is now approved for a £10,000 credit line. This is an actual real decision, not just a quotation or a pre-approval or an approval in principle. As soon as the business is ready, they can go ahead and draw down the funds. They can either draw down the full amount or take it in stages. For instance, our jewellery designer might be looking to borrow £4,000 to buy a new piece of equipment. The first time they take funding, we'll ask a few simple security questions to make sure it's them. Then they'll electronically sign the terms that will apply to all their future transactions. Note that these documents have been produced by Iwoca and sent through the API. Finally, they'll review all the terms and click Confirm. We'll send the funds instantly. We've worked with Tide to ensure they won't even need to wait for a bank transfer to go through, and repayments will be taken automatically from their Tide account.
Together with Iwoca, we've got the fastest way for small businesses to get access to finance. We can't wait to get it in the hands of our members, see what they make of it.
And this is the actual process. This is how it really looks like. This is not a demo, this is the process that customers actually have on their mobile phones. And what's probably interesting to many of you, especially those who have a lot of small business customers, you can have this process on your platform if you're a financial broker, accounting company, e-commerce platform, payment system provider, or a bank, just by connecting to our public API, which is available at the website developer.iwoca.co.uk, and everybody can actually see the documents and use them to integrate to our platform and have lending on their website. And this is available for trade platforms, this is available for brokers, this is available for banks. These are the first 5, these are the 5 examples of companies which integrated with our API. You know PayU, you know Tide. Now Xero is the biggest accounting system provider in the UK. Funding Options and Funding Exchange are leading financial brokers in Poland, in the UK, of course. And in Poland, we can actually give the same API, give you access to lending if you are any of those types of companies. So I'm here till the very late in the party, so you can approach me, you can ask me about this. My email, I didn't write my email here, but my email is mariusz@iwoca.pl. You can write me an email, and we can get in touch and provide you the details.